Welcome back, 21 days of fasting and prayer. Psalm 27, that's where I want to start off with us today. We're going to dive into something that I think is going to encourage you. Psalm 27, verse 1 says, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? The Lord is my light and salvation. Whom shall I fear?" David was facing armies on a regular basis. He had people coming against him from the outside. He had the government coming against him. He had people from the inside, some of his own trusted advisors, as well as betrayal in the family. David knew what adversity was like. He had every opportunity to fear. He just didn't take it up. He decided, I'm not going to fear. I'm going to trust in God. We just heard a message at church on Sunday here at the gathering place where Pastor Julia was talking about how when you're faced with an adversity, when you're faced with an enemy coming against you, we can go to three different responses: fight, flight, or fawn. Fawn is just roll over like a doormat. And David didn't choose any of those three. He actually chose the fourth one, which is faith. Whenever we're faced with something that could be overwhelming, what do? David chose to get his eyes off the problem and get his eyes on God. He decided to get his eyes off of the adversity and get his eyes on the Lord. And when he did that, he realized, if God is for me, if God is on my side, it doesn't matter what's coming against me. I don't have to be afraid of them. God is going to fight my battles. I'm in control of this right here. How connected am I to the Lord? If I can set the Lord before me, I can deal with fear and I can overcome fear. And I think the same is true for you and me during this time of fasting and prayer. What I think we need to do is allow the Lord to identify, are there any areas of fear or worry that are running in the background of our heart and mind? You know when there's fear and worry because it comes out of your mouth. And you'll say things like, you know what I'm afraid of? Or I'm really worried about, or what if this doesn't happen or this bad thing happens? It comes out of the mouth because it's in the heart. And if we can determine from the heart that, no, I am placing my faith and trust in God, I am going to destroy fear in my life, not just by saying, I'm not afraid, but by recognizing who God is. And so as you're fasting and praying during these 21 days, I want you to set your eyes on the Lord. Think about whatever it is that might be causing you to fear and compare that to God. How big is this compared to Him? How bad is that outcome compared to His promises? Fear is basically this. It's belief in a future where God doesn't exist. And so the more we set our faith in God and trust in Him, the less we have to fear. Because we realize no matter what comes our way, God is there and He will do what He said He can do. He is who He said He is. His promises are true, not only today, but they're true in that situation tomorrow. So 21 days of fasting and prayer, eradicate fear by placing your trust in the Lord. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? The answer, no one. We'll see you tomorrow.